Under the blistering sun of the North African desert, Captain Jack, Blackjack, Donovan surveyed the horizon through his binoculars. It was 1942, and the tides of World War II were shifting. Donovan's unit, the 7th Armored Division, known as the Desert Rats, had been tasked with holding a critical ridge against the advancing forces of Rommel's Afrika Korps. The situation was dire. The enemy's tanks, Panzer IVs with their distinctive crosses, were closing in fast. "Captain, they're coming," Sergeant Miller shouted, his voice strained with urgency. Donovan could see the dust clouds rising in the distance, signaling the enemy's approach. They were outnumbered and outgunned, but retreat was not an option. This ridge was the last line of defense before the strategic city of Alamein. "Hold the line," Donovan ordered, his voice calm but commanding. The men scrambled to their positions, readying the Sherman tanks and anti-tank guns. The air was thick with tension, the only sound the distant rumble of engines and the soft thud of boots on sand. The first wave of panzers crested the horizon, their dark silhouettes menacing against the bright sky. Donovan's heart pounded as he raised his hand. "Wait for it, wait." The tanks drew closer, the ground shaking beneath them. "Now, fire!" The ridge erupted in a cacophony of explosions and gunfire. Sherman tanks belched flames as their shells tore into the enemy's ranks. The 1st Panzer erupted in a ball of fire, but the others pressed on, relentless. Donovan's men fought with everything they had, their resolve unshaken despite the odds. Suddenly, a deafening explosion rocked the ridge. A direct hit from an enemy tank had obliterated one of their Shermans, sending debris and sand flying. Donovan was thrown to the ground, ears ringing, vision blurred. Struggling to his feet, he saw Miller slumped against a rock, bleeding but alive. "We're getting overrun," a voice crackled over the radio. Donovan knew they couldn't hold much longer. But then, over the chaos, a new sound emerged, the roar of aircraft engines. Looking up, he saw the RAF's Hurricane fighters diving from the sky, their machine guns blazing. The ground attack aircraft strafed the enemy tanks, sending them into disarray. Taking advantage of the confusion, Donovan rallied his men. "Push forward. Give them everything we've got." With renewed vigor, the Desert Rats surged down the ridge, Shermans leading the charge. The battle was fierce and brutal, but slowly, they began to push the Afrika Korps back. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the battlefield fell silent.